has a conversation font option. Oh, they have, yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably for dyslexia. They have the open dyslexic font. That's cool. Spoils dialogue, that probably means like it goes ahead of you, so you can read ahead to what's going on. Oh, some of these are accessibility, obviously, but some of them are just kind of, the way they're worded is so funny. Speaker outline, thin, medium, thick. I think we'll see about these later. I'll leave them for the most part as is. Let me turn off Rumble, because I think I'm going to use my keyboard and mouse. If you know, you know. An Xbox One controller's Rumble, I don't know what they put in those fucking things. It's like those rattlesnake egg magnets. They are so loud. So that's going to be turned off, so I don't have to unplug my controller because I'm lazy. Everything else seems pretty fine. Let me make sure y'all can hear it. It's obviously like very quiet ambience right now, but you know. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty well, Dex. Pretty well. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should put in the sorry, the audio cut out. It's because I alt-tabbed. I forgot I should put in the title that I got a key for this. I am on some kind of press list. Oops, shit, I didn't mean to press it yet. Okay, we're fine. I'm on some kind of press list, and it was like, you can sign up for keys to these things. And I said, oh, really? So I signed up for a key, and I got one either yesterday or today. I also got a key for another game. Wink. But we're not playing it right now, so I'm not going to say what it is. But we're going to play it later. Not today, but later. Me, when I played on my PS5 for the first time, and they have that reactive tension shit and the trigger buttons, oh my gosh. PS5s are so strange. I was so upset. I feel so bad for any like Japanese Sony fan. Okay, so in the United States, and I think maybe in EU, but I'm not super sure, you know, they're announcing the new PlayStation, like the redesign, and concurrently with that, the digital only PlayStation is going up by $50 in the US. So it used to be $400, now it's $450. It's going up by, I don't know the exact conversion of the yen, but it's going up by $135 in Japan. $135. Be so fucking serious. I feel so bad for that. I mean, I feel bad for everybody. If you're a PlayStation fan, a lot of y'all are insufferable, so some of y'all may deserve it. But it's so vicious. It's so terrible. The disc version looks so hideous. It looks so lopsided and fragile. I don't know. Congrats on the smear allowance. Anyways, speaking positively, happy thoughts. Saltsea Chronicles. Let's get off of PlayStation. Let's get off of PlayStation. Let's get out of companies. Let's get off of console wars for a little bit. I do think that bad things might happen in this game, but that's okay. Let's start a new journey. Oh, and can I say, like, the thing that really attracted me to this game, and I guess I should mention, this is by Daigut Fabric, who also made Mutation, which I played on stream like 2 or 3 years ago at this point, which I did enjoy. I really liked its art style, and I love, it's so difficult to do, but I love this kind of like lineless art style. Daigut Fabric, their art department or whatever, is so good at choosing colors and color palettes. So even just seeing the trailer for Saltsea Chronicles, it was like immediately very arresting to me. So I've been interested, I've been excited. In Saltsea Chronicles, rather than being a main character, you will guide the crew as a collective. And y'all can see my mouse good. If you want to trace different pathways, you can branch your save file from any completed chapter. Some events might remain, but others will change. There are no wrong choices, only your choices. We hope you enjoy your time in Saltsea. It's time to set sail. Ooh, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Or be fragile, which could be anti-fragile. Anti-fragile. Old friend, somewhere warm. Maja's house. It's like an old friend. The grand old tree leans in anticipation of the wind, a faithful friend to rest on these many years. Maja's home, long left abandoned as she traveled the seas, recently brought back to life. Somewhere warm. Even on temperate days, something about Nyarfi Roost makes it feel like the coldest place in the whole Saltsea archipelago. Ooh, tell a story. Past and present. Stu, Mulpe, Maja, Merle, and Oh, I immediately tried to say Edis. I don't know why instead of Iris. No, because it kind of goes with the vibe. Edis, gather around the fire. I swear, I heard it yesterday. It was spooky. Maja's laugh is grand, infectious, attractive. A ghost in the machine? It does seem a touch, unlikely. Ghosts? Interesting. Were they speaking Pata or ghost language? Merle clears his throat officiously. I know he made the sound, but I have to do it too. Yeah. Respectfully, while ghosts are, well, it nevertheless pays to listen to people's accounts, no matter how much stock you put in their interpretation. Nice way to say my brain's rusted. Mope's baby Ade lets out a quiet whimper. Mope clears her throat. Enough ghosts. Look at that baby's little face. No nose, no features, just a blob, 2 dots for eyes, and a little... They fall quiet. Aye, this is not a night for ghosts, except for our ghost ship. Though DeKelpie's looking more corporeal every day. I love the word corporeal. Stu chuckles. Perhaps we can go over our plan for... No plans, I'm exhausted. Tell us one of your stories, Maja. Mope smiles gently. Well, I can't refuse that. Let me see. Ah. The past. The present. Let's do the present. This looks cool. Once there was a beautiful navigator. Her skill and sense were known in all the isles. She was quiet but clever, careful and brave, and one day she discovered a stowaway. Raggedy thing this stowaway was, mixed up in a small dispute and needing to make a hasty escape. But the only ship passing was not, let's say, friendly. So the stowaway had hidden and now had been found. The stowaway emerged, expecting to be tossed overboard, but then, as the moon's light lit the face of the navigator, all was still, all was perfect. All was love! I was gonna say I clicked on it because it was gay, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. But baby, I'm leaping. The navigator advocated for the stowaway, made a deal for safe passage, and the rest, as they say, is history. We love gay. Edis's mouth has fallen open. So romantic. Funny, that's not quite how I remember it. Maja grins. Stu nudges Merle in the ribs suggestively. A love so strong it provoked a mutiny. Mope's frown is betrayed by a twitch at the corner of her mouth. Pull Mope close. Kiss, kiss. There's a chill tonight. Maja wraps an arm around Mope, pulling her close to the fire. Who else has a story? Iris huffs, blowing their hair out of their eyes. Not me. How could someone who's been stuck on one salty old island their whole life have a story? Maja looks at Mope. Want to correct the record? Mope shakes her head, happy to listen. Not the storytelling kind. Perhaps I could tell you all about one of my most meaningful archaeological experiences. Or the origin story about the 2 lovers who became the moons. Ha! Both tempting. Edis, you choose. What you choosing? I mean, it's me, but you know what I mean. Let's hear about Merle. Let's encourage Merle to speak a little. They don't seem like they're necessarily the socialite of the group, let's say. As you know, one of the first to dream sail was Suchi, and I was lucky enough to study one of her earliest texts. Paper was an abundant resource back then. It's fascinating to see how comfortable Suchi is with leaving blank space on the pages. A fascinating text written in a mix of Old Tongue and other languages we're still working to decipher. In it, Suchi recounts a time of great electric communication, an electric skin connecting every person to others' feelings and thoughts minute by minute. When the dancers destroyed electric communications and the flood so many people, Suchi theorizes that it was this sudden loss which prompted dream sailing. Dreams became more vivid, and people found they could navigate them with purpose, meet and speak with others. Connection, trained through the electric, found again in dreams. Hey, Ambrose. Welcome. One more story. Maja claps her hands together. I was going to do it, and then I realized how close to the mic I was. That'll have to be it. Suchi, I didn't know you had access to her texts. Edith is picking at something on their shirt, distracted. Will kid fleas in your undies, Popple? Yuck. I was just wondering, how long until we can sail? The next comes out in a rush. And where are we going to? Oh, and where are we going to go when we can? All eyes to Maja, who sighs. Even Molpe has raised her eyebrows. Kid has a point. Molpe is probably the only person Iris would take kid from. Yeah. What is our plan? I told you, simply adventure. Tell us like it's a story. Maja smiles. Once, a tricksy stowaway met a beautiful seafarer, the strongest and best navigator she'd ever known. Then that seafarer introduced her to an old friend, a diver and traveler, ship's cook and wily seabird, the glue in every situation you might find. That seabird knew a historian who had been digging around for old knowledge, a historian willing to push further and deeper than those before. And then they all met a young ratter, who had somehow managed to build a rig out of odds and ends and get themselves fluent in every language of Saltsea. They came together on Yarfi Roast to rebuild the ancient Dekelpie, ready to set sail on an adventure that would one day be told all over these isles. I can see this game as a win, so I won't ask if you're winning this time. Exactly. Time for bed. Edith lets out a sigh, as delighted by the science as the romance. Not sure if I like wily. Sounds a bit too much like old. A nice story. The fire dying down flickers pale under the night sky. Maja looks around at her crew. We'll be up with the Nyars tomorrow. A nightjar is a type of bird, right? That's what I thought of immediately, but it might not be a bird. The Njars? I'm gonna say Nyars. You know, like Nyar. Best to bed, I reckon. A mixture of grumbles and agreement, they begin to leave. Molpe touches Maja lightly on the arm. Am I with you tonight? I want to do a bit of dream sailing. Can't get it out of my head. I put the cot in the crew hut. That okay? Molpe nods and places a gentle kiss on Maja's forehead. Don't wander too far. I always come back to you. Molpe frowns a tight smile, then follows the crew to their makeshift bunks. Getting a bad vibe, and I think I just remembered something I read about this game. Or the story, I should say. Night, my love. Oh. Ooh, this style's so creepy compared to the rest. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at the fish. An opening sequence and everything. Oh, the baby! That's our diver. Saltsea Chronicles. You better pop off, Eli Rainsbury. I'm checking right now, but I'm almost certain that that's who did the soundtrack for this. Let me double check. Yeah. Who y'all might recognize from a few games that I really like, including... Oh, let me get a full list because I got to Bandcamp here. Yeah, Wilmot's Warehouse, A Monster's Expedition are the big ones, but also No Longer Home. So good music. But where has she gone? If we knew that kitten, she'd not be missing. Merle's mustache twitches in consternation. It is rather confounding. I can't believe Maja would leave without a word. Of course she wouldn't leave us. They flap their hands, trying to calm themselves. Oh. We need her. We have so much to do. She's not always the most reliable of souls. Stu is being diplomatic. Her pack has vanished. Her house is vacated. Merle, less so. Ade cries out. The book they've been chewing suddenly provides insufficient entertainment. Here. She hands Merle the soggy almanac. Peeble von Dre. An old edition, but perhaps not the best use of a precious resource. Mope soothes the baby, uninterested in Merle's opinion on managing Ade. How many Dieslers were involved in the making of this? That diver had an energy. Ambrose, you might have missed it, but Maje and Mope. She's never done this before. Left without some word on why? The crew falls silent. The Nyars call outside. Let's be firm. We must mount an investigation. My analytical skills may be of some advantage in persuading the local community to... Maybe she just wanted space. Space, yeah, that's it. Totally. We just need to ask around. Someone will know. Mope sighs, waving her spare hand. Fine, go look. She gestures at Ade's broken sling. I can't go until that's fixed, though. I shall form an expedition to locate our captain. If, you all concur. Can you expedite a place you've been living for weeks? That's not what expedite means. Oh, hush. Okay. Start with their house. Ade's wails are rising. Mope winces. Did she pack? Leave any messages? That kind of thing. We should also examine our vessel, the brave de Kelpie. Perhaps there's a clue there? Edith tucks their swooping fringe behind their ear, chewing their lip. Stu looks over. I'm sure everything is fine, kitten. She wouldn't just leave us. Just one other person with me, I should think. We don't want to occasion any apprehension among the local populace. Ade's cries echo around the room. There's a mystery to uncover, but who should accompany Merle? Oh, here we go. Exploring Narfi Roust. Merle is leading the expedition. Who should accompany him? Expedition parties are made up of 2 crew members. Merle has volunteered to lead the expedition. Mope isn't able to join him. You can compare remaining crew members' motivations and skills and decide who should complete the duo. I think I'll bring Edith for no other reason than that Mope don't gotta take care of 2 kids. Y'all. Mope don't gotta have to take care of 2 kids. A local but a misfit. Is there really a place on Yarfi for Edith to grow? Oh, let me read all of these. Diver, wanderer, cook. Good with the locals. Nearly ready to retire, but perhaps just one adventure more. I was thinking, like, Stu would probably be the best at talking to people, but then Mope will have to, deal with everybody. Mope speaks Pata. I can't believe Maja would just up and leave. Rust it. Food, friendship, or flirting. One of them will worm out the truth, and I'm practicing them all. Oh, Stu. Stu speaks Pata and Esterly. Edith speaks Pata, Esterly, and Mintan. This is my home. If anyone can help find Maja, it's me. It's been far too long since I've had the opportunity to exercise my anthropological training. Merle speaks Pata and an archaic version of Old Tongue. And these are all, related. I think I'll bring Edith. I was in rot mode till just as I joined. Now I'm in functioning mode and I'm ready and ran to watch the lesbian scuba game. Very nice. I will be taking Edith, though, because I'm sure Mope is more than capable of taking care of her baby. But Edith will be fine with us, I think. And just in case anything goes wrong with the baby, he wants Stu around. That's what I'm thinking. Choose Edith. Yes. Oh, look at this. The stove looks like a bird. I like this. The stove has gone out and cooled overnight. The scent of guano fuel is far from soothing. The lights? The bulbs each hold a Nyar fat candle. They've lit many a late-night argument over hull hydrodynamics. Picture of crew. The painting shows de Kelpie's crew in front of their ship, smiling broadly, or in Merle's case, trying to. The D-Day we put in the new rudder. That traveling painter. You could have tried to smile. Merle sniffs. She was a particularly slow painter. The crew. A long day of hard work. It took 3 tries to get the rudder to fit right. But we did it. They stare at the picture. Edith's eager young face, Merle clutching the blueprints, Stu standing comfortably to one side, Mope's gaze turned towards Maja, who grins confidently. True. We had worked hard. That's the look you see on my face. Pride. Hope. Edith turns to Merle, biting their lip. We're, going to find her. Right? Merle gives a firm nod. Whatever has happened, we will find out. Talk to Stu. I love that Stu has a broad shape about it. Brings me joy, yeah. Stu wonders. That sounds like a name. Stu is bustling around her bunk, trussing up bundles of herbs. Preparations? Always wise to be ready, kitten. And if Maj is fine, this'll be handy for dinner. Concern? Do you really think something bad's happened? Stu thinks carefully about what to say. Maj is impulsive for sure, but this isn't like her. Well, we'll know soon enough. And if not, I'm sure these bones can take just one more adventures. You appear to have a remarkable number of stories of the archipelago. Some of them, almost stretch belief. He laughs nervously as Stu's eyes narrow. But of course, I believe every word. Always said I wanted to see as much of Saltsea as possible. Was itching for something new when Maja got in touch. Said I needed a nice project to settle down with. If we sail, maybe I can catch up with my kids. Children? 4 children, was it? 5, all over the place. Reckon they inherited my itchy feet. She stretches, looking out the window and up to the top of Njarfi Roust. You two find what you can, and whatever you find, I'll be ready. I see those arms, fat lesbian. Here's the thing. This archetype of person is only ever 2 things. A fat lesbian or a very heterosexual mom from the Midwest. But she's like the mom of all moms. Do you know what I mean? Like she could raise an entire soccer team and it would be completely fine. She could be either one. Edis has never been known to make their bed. Merle has never been known not to. Broken sling. Hey! She's still Ade rankling. While you're at it, can you get me a new sling for this one? Ade howls. Little one, shush. Distraction? Merle leans over the wriggling Ade with a huge grin. Do you miss your sling, then? Oh dearie me. Merle is definitely a baby person. We'll tickle it better, how about that? Yes, we will. In fact, the most baby person out of the 3 of them. Ade's laughter is a reprieve. Mope sighs. Maja was no use with crying, but she'd sew up a sling in a trice. Mope pauses as Ade begins to grizzle. What is grizzling? I guess it's that noise. Flood's sake, where is she? Certainty. We're going to find her. We will. A hard look comes over Mope's face. If she thinks I'll welcome her back easy. Edis looks down. The sling? I could see if they have any, you know? Baby stuff at Puckle's Clutch. I love the words that are happening. Thanks. Issue. Mope asked for help. An issue represents tension between members of the crew. To track issues, access them in the menu hub. Touch. Merle's log contains information about your current playthrough and objectives. It updates automatically as you move through the story. Okay. The left-hand side lists the starting point for each log entry. Newly added or updated entries are marked with this round icon. The right-hand side shows follow-ups and portraits of associated characters. If you're ever unsure about your next steps, always return to the log. Okay. The crew page shows you information about your crew members. It will change and reshape as the story progresses. Say Mope and Ade, no-nonsense 36-year-old navigator Mope is often expected to take charge. A talented celestial navigator and mother to 6-month-old Ade. Mope has largely made her life on the sea. Mope is deeply worried about the disappearance of her partner Maja, who in recent weeks seemed oddly on edge. Merle. Oh, I love Merle's shape too. 32-year-old Merle is a historian and academic, particularly interested in the flood. Of late he has been traveling Saltsea, investigating society immediately before and after the flood. Maja brought him to Njarfi to work on Kelpie's renovation. Edis, 19-year-old Njarfi misfit. Edis is gifted with languages and most often found glued to their radio. Edis was the last crew member to be recruited to Maja's team. They're thrilled and terrified about the idea of leaving Njarfi for the first time. Stu claims to have lost count of her age, but it's somewhere around 70. A diver, cook, and adventure seeker, Stu is as well-traveled as it's possible to be. Maja recruited Stu for her expertise in all things aquatic and culinary. With a partner on Los Gatos and children all over, Stu is almost ready to settle down. This is her last great adventure. Diverse shapes. I mean, you know, I wouldn't expect any less of the people who made Mutazion. The issues page shows tensions and conflicts within your crew. They can be active or resolved like this issue here. And when an issue can no longer be resolved, it's marked as scuppered. That's cute. Scuppered. Mope and Maja have been arguing a bit more lately. Mope feels like Maja has been acting strangely for a few days and now she's disappeared. What's going on? Resolved, the crew have worked together for a few months, yet it still feels like early days. Molpe, Merle, Edis, and Stu, uncertain at first, have grown to know and like one another through working on De Kelpie. Active, Molpe asks Merle for a news link from Ade. The crew of De Kelpie are tense in their worry over their vanished captain. Oh, and then you can see, like, when I scroll over them, there's like a circle behind everyone's head, and it goes wiggly for like who's involved in it. So that's cool. The almanac. This is the almanac in which you will collect souvenirs from your travels represented as stickers. Perf. I love stickers. Turn the pages to find the themes for your collection. You may need to replay to find them all. What does it say? Collection of curiosities arising from several explorations of the Saltsea archipelago. Ooh. Wait, it says there's something new around. Ah, look, a little map. Alright, let's get back here. A discovery. A lost charm. Ade lets out a wail. Molpe, who is distracted for just a moment, quickly turns to pull something from their mouth. Little one, what have you got there? Molpe examines the dripping thing. Maja's lucky Nyarfoot charm. Was that just by my bed? Molpe knows her partner never likes to leave without it. This feels like bad news. Ade burbles in cheerful conversation with the soggy charm. Not for babies, little one. Molpe pockets the charm, frowning. Feathers on floor. Call of the Nyar. I can't help but feel Nyar is not correct. I want to say Enjar. No, I don't like that either. Merle slips on some feathers on the floor, coughing as the dander catches in his throat. Feathers! Frightful, farcical, flagitious? Flagitious? That's really hard to say. Feathers. Never seen that word in my life. I'm guessing how to pronounce it. I think you came to the wrong island. Resigned. Merle sighs, bends down, and tidies away the feathers. I suppose it is not the birds' fault that I am constitutionally incapable of tolerating their plumage. The local customs are anthropologically interesting, at least. Edith narrows their eyes. A barb. Gotta be a barb. I'm so glad my home is interesting to you. Merle notices neither the eyebrow nor the sarcasm. You're most welcome. Issue. Edith is annoyed. Oh no, I'm already causing problems. Yeah, let's go outside. Ah. A heavy lock. Let's look at it. Locked up. A heavy chain secures De Kelpie to the dock, clamped with a huge and elaborate padlock. Edith and Merle stare at it, appalled. What? We have made an enemy, it seems. Disbelief. But we don't do this here. We don't lock things away or stop people from using what they need. And yet someone has. Perhaps Maja went too far in some way? Defense? Attack? Attack. Edith ignores this invitation. Someone's messing with us. We need to find out who and make them stop. Merle frowns. Perhaps discretion is advised. If Maja had... It's them. People here just hate anything new. Edith pauses. I bet I know who's done this. Edith grinds their teeth. There's a deep furrow between their eyes. Perhaps you could share this information? He's always hated Maja. Edith turns towards the cluster of buildings in the center of the island. Aaron. Agreed. Then we should examine Maja's quarters first and gather what information we can before we confront him. Edith nods, worrying at the hem of their shirt. Some games are just allergic to people without abs. This is refreshing. You can say that again. I forgot I was supposed to go to Maja's house first. Let's go there now. Let's go left to right. Maja's bed. Maja's bed looks freshly made. Or has it not been slept in? Ooh. Mysterious drawing. The strangest ship. A drawing of a majestic ship is pinned to Maja's wall. There's something uncanny about it. That isn't De Kelpie. Merle sniffs. The ship's difference is self-evident. So why she got this other ship's picture? Perhaps she just liked the look of it. He studies it more closely. What? It's just... the sails? Why does it look so weird? Merle makes a quizzical noise. What? The sails. As though drawn on a different scale. But Maja was a superlative technical artist. She wouldn't make such a mistake. He turns away. Perhaps it is a metaphor. Edith stares at the mystery ship, twisting a curl of their hair. A metaphor. Empty wardrobe, nothing but dust. The wardrobe is empty, save for a little dust. This confirms my rather upsetting hypothesis. Molpe doesn't believe Maja would leave. Edith folds their arms. Anger. I'm an angsty teen. Oh, this is also Merle. Merle slams open more drawers, each one empty. I'm afraid evidence and experience say otherwise. She wouldn't leave us, not without saying why. There must be something. We'll search the whole island. She's somewhere. He looks at Edith with something approaching compassion. We keep looking. Of course. Maja's radio. A different frequency. Edith, staring at the radio, pulls a neat little tool wallet from their pocket. Are you sure this is the one thing I definitely know? Merle bows to Edith's expertise. They fiddle for a while, then noise bursts forth. Got it. The radio crackles with a few strange words. They lean in. Betkove's sharp lights to the solo, moon's dark. Strange frequencies, peculiar words. I'll go for peculiar words. A peculiar parlance, if I may say. Edith shrugs. Bencoves means friends up north. It's used as a filler word, too. And the solo, could that be the end solo fault? No mention of Maja, though. Praise. That was a good job. Nevertheless, your skill with communications is impressive. Edith blushes, despite themselves. Just a little bit of compliments. What's a little bit of compliments between friends? Make you feel good. There's nothing like picking up a signal from across the archipelago and figuring out what it means. Much to your credit. Edith's blush deepens. Oh, so happy! Hang on, did that fix the... Did that fix the annoyance? No, it hasn't. Damn. It says it's active, and it says it's very active. I was hoping that would have fixed it. Oh, and there's the bracelet. Oh, I think... Are they Nyars? No, they're not fish. They are birds, because they have feathers. Alright, let's look at the kit, and then I'll go to this, because this is something that we're going to, touch, I think. Maja's stove is warm to the touch. It was lit within the past day. Let's look at sketches. Truth in dreams? Layers of scraps cover Maja's surfaces. She's gathered anything that will take ink. Drawings scribbled on offcuts of fabric, dried leaves, even a few pieces of precious paper. Come on, alliteration. Among the half-finished technical drawings are a few sketches that are freer, brighter, stranger. Interesting. Dreams. They seem like the records of a sleeping mind. Dream sailing. The word is layered with scorn. I believe it wise to keep an open mind on metaphysical matters. Edith sticks out their tongue. What I cannot confirm or deny, so too can I not dismiss. It's clear that Edith thinks people overstate the importance of dream sailing. Ridiculous. Yeah, well, congratulations on making even less sense than a dream sailor. As Edith lays the sketches down, a sheet slips to the floor. Merle picks it up and begins reading aloud. Work progressing, crew well chosen, consumed by the project. Aaron came, not happy, worried. Obstacle? Know what I have to do, no matter what. As if she were talking herself round to something. She mentioned Aaron? Clearly he has questions to answer. I don't like this. We should confront him. Gathering hall, then. A pause. Come on, then. Merle examines the chaos one more time, and, as they leave, slips a sketch into his bag. Now let's get out of here. Oh, look, I can, knock the stool around. That's cool. That sounded like a poop thing when you say it like that. Let's move on. We talk to the guard. Just talk to the guard real quick just to see... Oh, the ashes of the bonfire. Could it be that only last night the crew were warm, cozy, and laughing around a fire together with Maja? Where is she? Let's talk to the guard, just real quick, be like, hey, have you seen her? And then we'll go to the gathering hall. Guarded conversation. A tall, well-muscled islander is stationed in front of DeKelpie, arms folded. She watches every move Merle and Iris make. This time I said Iris, now I feel weird. Excuse me. The guard is impassive. Hello? She does not move. Would you mind telling us what you're doing here? Not an expression crosses her face. Let us on our ship. Total silence. Merle. Merle takes a step towards the guard and clears his throat. There seems to have been a misunderstanding. This is our ship. Well, I gather collective custodianship is typical here, but we have been renovating it for some weeks now, and we are now conducting an urgent investigation. I'm sure you understand. The guard is yet unmoved. Edith tries. Edith takes a step towards the guard and waves a hand in her face. Hey, Malka, it's me, Edith. We cliff-roped in the same class, remember? Whatever. I don't even care. Okay, I care. The guard remains stony-faced. They give up. Our efforts seem fruitless. We should move on. Alright, which way's the gathering hall? A ripe smell rises from the marsh. Vicious is a 5-year-old compost heap. Oy, that's a marsh for you. Footprints. We'll worry about the bird poop later. Marks in the muck. Merle squats down and peers at a patch of relatively dry mud. What? Several birds have been here. And one human. Interest. Couldn't that be, like, basically anyone? No. You see, it rained shortly after sundown yesterday, so one and only one human passed this way overnight. Maja. Do you know the precise size of her feet? Edith gives Merle a worried look. Because I certainly don't. Edith lets this sink in. Let's keep looking. Ah, but Stu would probably know, huh? But Stu wouldn't be able to do a radio. Ooh, the totem. Nyar totems line the path. The birds bring luck, they say. Just how much luck is unclear. And the crane? A vast bird head-shaped crane was once painted in gaudy colors, now long since faded by the weather. I like how it, turned into a bird looking around. The hook. The gear for loading and unloading cargo squeaks rustily in the breeze. It hasn't been used for some time. Oh, they're the birdies. A pair of Nyars peer curiously at passers-by from their rocky throne. There's that tree. The tree bends low in the stiff Nyarfi breeze, its few thin branches bare against the sky. Let's rush to that gathering hall. It's got to be one of these. The weathered wing, citizen, there's a gathering hall. Roast gull, ooh. Look at citizen. The figure is arranging feathers with single-minded purpose. Although I think, these little action things, I'm not sure if it means, this is just, it just generically means this is important, or if it means, this is going to advance the story forward, so, do other stuff first, but I will investigate now. See exactly which way that goes. It could also be both, might depend. Aroma. Even here, the scent of Nyar fills the nostrils. Fisher. Good riddance to her. Unnatural it is. Unnatural. Best left alone. That's Aaron. Desk. The desk holds a number of sketches titled Possible Designs for a New Nyarmeister garb. Not Nyarmeister. Picture of DeKelpie. 4 good fishers. Merle studies the large picture displayed prominently in the hall. That hull. That's DeKelpie? Sort of. It is or it isn't. Reach out. It's hard. Edith looks at the picture of the 4 proud sailors, arm in arm, in front of their freshly painted boat. We lay feathers for their memory, 1 each year. It happened before I was born. We don't like to talk about it. Some kind of disaster at sea? Edith turns to Merle. We don't like to talk about it. Apologetic. Merle holds up his hands. I apologize, Edith. Edith nods, lost in thought. The 4 lost sailors look on. But now I want to know. Fisher. I love the look of this guy. An old fisher tends to the feathers, smoothing each one. They mumble through their beard. Merle and Edith watch from a respectful distance. You're a rusted shame. If Jimmy were here now, oh, he'd be heartsore. Let's let Edith handle this one. They might have a little more tact about this. Thank you for taking such care of the feathers. They turn and look at Edith, their face sinking into a mask of horror. You! Edith jumps back. Escape while you can! No child of the Roust can be safe under such a curse. Fly, child, fly! Edith backs away, waving their hands as if trying to rub the words out of the air. What were they? Nothing. Let's go. All right, Aaron. The shadows grow longer. If you select time interaction, the time of day will change and some conversations will no longer be available. Are you ready to proceed? No. There's more to be done here. Well, now I know. Sparkly means important. Time means time will pass. Easy. Let's look at that roast gull. Oh, look how happy. It's delicious. Eniko is roasting several gulls. Eniko are those little mushrooms, right? The atmosphere of the fat nyar is pungent, even in the blustery air. A gull today, some of our best birds. Yum. Stu said she was going to do gull for us next. We have an investigation to pursue. Merle examines the withered, oily creatures roasting on the spit. Unfortunately. Maja. You might be thinking enoki. Wait, is that not what it said? Oh, yeah, you're right. I am thinking of enoki. Whew, I was so confident, too. Edith gives the sizzling bird a sorrowful look. Right. Eniko, have you seen Maja? She's absent. Missing. Absconded. Missing. At large. Eniko stops. Her cleaver hovers over an ugly-looking root. She brings the cleaver down. Chop. No. Reason? Merle winces. Perhaps you saw something out of place last night. Perhaps it meant nothing at the time, but on reflection, any morsel of information would be most gratefully received. Eniko lays the cleaver down and crosses her arms. She's always been like this, a selfish one. Always had something to prove and didn't mind who got hurt in the process. Please. Oh, sorry, that was wrong. Please. She uncrosses her arms. If she matters to you, I hope you find her. And I hope it doesn't cost you too much. But I don't know where she is. She turns back to her chopping. Well. Ooh, look at the menu. Just real quick. A board lists the delicacies of the island. Merle mumbles while reading it. Seed-crusted nyar feet. You eat the feet? Disgusting. I don't know, Edith seems like the type of person who would have a couple food things that are like so strange that they love, but everything else they're like, that's fucking gross. Disgusting. But this might be Merle saying it, I can't tell. For me, I want to say it's Edith responding, so I'm going to say disgusting. Merle swallows his nausea. Nope, it's Merle. Well, I admire the inventiveness, at least. Eniko looks harried. She's flipping 3 birds at once, spattering nyar oil all over the place. Oy. Let's go into the weathered wing. Oh, Lissa? A sad-looking figure stands on the balcony, looking pensive. Perhaps she just had enough of the singing. Singing patrons, the rising tides took the fields of home. Ha, hey! Sing for the sea, and the memory sank beneath the foam. Hey! Ha! Sing for the nyar. I don't know the tone. I don't know the cadence. But hey, stairs. The Weathered Wings patrons have been known to roll down the ramp as sessions end. Jesus. Who's this? Oh, the still. The still bubbles with the winged seaweed brew. The sharp tang of salt isn't entirely unpleasant. Picture of Agnet. Merle studies a picture of a beaming couple. It's Simon with his arms around a woman with a shock of curls. I feel like it's Anyet. You know how, like, I don't know which language, but in some languages, like, Agnes is pronounced Anye. I feel like this is Anyet. My Anyet, isn't she beautiful? She's just popped out. Edith looks uncomfortable. Huh? That's funny. I've been here for several months, but I don't seem to recall meeting her. She'll be back in a bit. Edith is trying to attract Merle's attention. And, how long has she been gone? Oh, a little while. But she'll be back. She always comes back. There's an odd look in Simon's eyes. We're going now. Got to find Maja. I just had one request. Bye. Edith pulls Merle away. Simon stares after them, stroking his beard. I love how their mugs are also bird-shaped. Everything's about birds. Simon. Hello again, Puckles. What can I do for you? Simon, it's bad. It's Maja. The Kelpie's taken another? Oh no. And here's me thinking you were bringing life back to it. Maja. No, the Kelpie's still here, but Maja's gone. Haven't you, heard anything? Not a peep, little Puckle. Ugh, that ship was always bad luck. I was there the day the ship drifted back in. 'Twas Jimmy's in those days. Maja was his apprentice. Simon's eyes take on a faraway look. Aye, the ship came ashore, and when we climbed aboard, not a soul to be found but her. Oh, let's talk about this. Everyone wants to blame Maja, or the ship, but it's just superstition. Now, little Puckle, lots of strong feelings about that ship. I don't care. I just care about Maja. Why doesn't anyone else want to help? Simon scratches his big beard and thinks for a while. Listen, not many folks care to talk about it, but our Lissa might later, when she's had a few more cups, if you catch my drift. Ah, thanks, Simon. A tuneful patron. Oh, look at them, the ensemble. Around one of the tables, the islanders begin stamping their feet. Soon they're banging the table in a pounding rhythm. What time is it during? I was under the impression it was like noon. But I mean, you know, I guess you ain't got nothing else to do, and they don't got technology and stuff. Then one high, clear voice breaks out over the beat, singing, "Oh, the Nyar is a gift from the wind and waves." The rest of the islanders call in reply, "Hey, ha, sing for the Nyar. In the hunger and the cold, 'tis the Nyar that saves. Ha, hey, sing for the sea." Come on, Merle, join in. Sing hey, ha, sing for the Nyar. Sing hey, ha, sing for the Nyar. The sound rattles around the rafters. Charming, charming. That eyebrow's telling me otherwise, Merle. Sketchy barfly. Hi, Sketchy. Blow-ins. Merle spies a weathered sailor near the bar and strides over confidently. Ahoy! Oh, it's you. Yes. We have need of your assistance. You blow-ins have had too much assistance. Eh? A plea? I'm not a blow-in, nor is Maja, and we need help. Pff, Maja. Stirring up trouble, sheltering whoever blows in on the tide. Guides spout forgiveness, but some folk are best left on the outside if you ask me. He takes a long drink. What's your problem? More like who? Your Maja? These blow-ins? That Neshko? Ugh. If you were more hospitable, perhaps the island would thrive more than it currently appears to, and then you'd be able to hold on to great minds like Maja. The sailor slams his hand on the bar and wobbles dangerously on his stool. We look after our own. Njarmeister'll see us through. That must be a really hard word to say, especially while you're drunk, because I'm already having a hard time. He falls off the stool. There he goes. Grumpy barfly. Good riddance to bad eggs, I say. And do you smell that on the air? Storm brewing. Mark my words. All right. Oh, look at the little door that also has a bird on it. Right, let me go exploring a little more. We didn't go into Celeste's retreat before. I'm not sure what this is. I assume it's like a restaurant. Nope. Meditation, I think. Ooh, lavender candles. Layer upon layer. Merle picks up a box of Luyeve scented candles. He opens it and breathes in deeply. Candles. You're a candle person? Merle sniffs again, this time a little more theatrically. A breath of fresh air. I'm not sure you quite appreciate the strength of the avian aroma here on Nyarfi. It pervades. And Celeste uses Luyeme perfume. Merle purses his lips and shuts the box. I like the candles. Ooh, love. The air is so still, so serene. Even a whisper would break the spell. Sorry for talking so loud. Talking and sniffing so loud then. Celeste, the calm one. A delicious floral scent wafts around the hut. Edith gestures at the still figure at the heart of the room. Celeste's retreat. For all your dream sailing needs. In the center of the space, Celeste meditates serenely on a mat. She hasn't moved at all. Greetings. Merle leans forward nervously. Hello? Oh, don't bother. She can't hear you. Of waves, a rip in the sky. Edith scowls, dream sailing. Merle is enchanted by the peaceful figure. I see. You see what? I'm simply impressed by the space. It's very, Impressive. Edis grins at his sudden lack of vocabulary. Teasing. Just a little bit of ribbon. Why are you smiling like that? Shall we wake her up? Set her adrift on the spiritual plane? Merle is aghast. Surely that's not possible. Oh, I thought we were going to tease Merle about his crush. It's certainly not ethical. Island beyond the fault. No, let's return once her journey is over. Edith shrugs. Whatever. I see. Look at that bird poopy. Productive citizens. Merle, striding forward across the marsh, places his foot squarely in a large pile of Nyar guano. Watch out! Merle glares at Edith, easing his shoe out of the muck. Your warning could have been more timely. Regret. Edith bites their lip. I'm sorry, Merle. Merle is not convinced. It's just a bit of dirt. Merle wrinkles his nose. Birds are what we do here. Merle gives a deep, rattling sigh. Ooh, insects. A thick cloud of insects hovers in the air, buzzing irritably. What's this? Glinting mud pool. A little sparkle. Edith spots something glinting in the muck. Look, there. They wade into the marsh up to their shins and reach in. Oh, wow. Please take care not to splash so vigorously. Edith takes care. Nah, a little revenge. Little bit. Edith drops their hands into the pool and flings mud at Merle, laughing. The mud mostly misses, but a few lumps stick to his cheek. Merle blinks. I see. Perhaps we made a mistake in trusting a child with this investigation. Edith is having too much fun to care. They squelch out of the pool and show Merle what's in their hand. Treasure. Striking shade of yellow, but valueless. We call it Nyarai. It's rare. It's perfectly common. Throw it back. Treasure. Edith sticks their tongue out at Merle and stuffs the grubby Nyarai in their pocket. I still like it. They stomp off, splashing Merle as they go. Merle shouts after them. I just thought you would appreciate knowing the facts. Listen. If Edith is annoyed by Merle, I'm gonna roleplay like it, baby. Alright, there's one more screen. I was gonna say, it should be one more screen because there is a cliff. Oh, here's Puckle's clutch, where you can find baby stuff, maybe. A nest abandoned. Don, who looks after trade and supplies, is bustling around on a stock count. He looks tired, but brightens when he sees Edith. Edith, been too long. That boat business been keeping you busy? Edith struggles to find the right words to explain everything to their old mentor. It's, we need help. Don frowns with concern. Please, have you seen Maja? Oh, is that it? Flown the coop, hasn't she? Deserted her chicks. Merle puts a calming hand on Edith's shoulder, but they shrug him off. Hey. Have you seen her or not? No, and good riddance. Bro. Edith tugs at the hem of their shirt. Merle frowns at Don's attitude. You don't understand. She made me useful. Ugh. Everyone always got me to do things I was rubbish at. Couldn't trade properly, couldn't climb properly. She got me on the radio, and that was the first good thing, the only good thing. Don suddenly looks contrite. He didn't want to hurt Iris. I'm sorry, little Puckle. I know she means a lot to you. But I don't know where she's gone. You must know, sometimes we lose people, and sometimes people leave us behind. Go on with you now. Wait, but the baby. Oh, here. We can look around. No bird stuff. Plucked and salted. Oh, is this why it's called Puckle? Is Puckle like pluck? Plucked and salted seabirds hanging from the ceiling. They seem almost accusatory. Feathered helmet. Changing times. Merle pokes at a huge, ornate, feathery thing. Ah, the old Njarmeister helm. Merle is still a little frosty after Don's comments on Maja. Is that some kind of dreadful illness? Edith rolls their eyes. That's what it's called. A Njarmeister helm. It's like ancient. Curiosity. And, what is it for? Edith looks a bit uncomfortable. Don picks up the helmet and sighs. When I was a child, well, you know how it is. The sun warmer, the Njar calls sweeter, and the Njarmeister back then wore this beautiful thing. They were wise and kind and knew the way of the tides. Now, though... Well, winds change, don't they? A discreet exit. Charming. Well, thank you for your... A wicked look crosses Don's face. I reckon it'd fit you perfectly. He grabs the helmet back and jams it onto Merle's head. The historian squeaks in horror. Eek! Edith doubles over in laughter. Aye, you make a fine Jahrmeister. Merle's eyes and nose stream as he removes the helmet, but he doesn't give it back. Gratefully. Edith takes hold of the helmet, reverently. We'll take good care of it. Yeah, I like Edith. They're fun. Merle's a little bit stuffy. That's probably why Edith is so annoyed. The trader gives the helmet a last look and smiles. Dang, just giving away... Ooh, trinkets. Carved that myself. Dusty items. Ocean of knowledge. Edith and Merle poke around the stores, not entirely sure what they're looking for. I know what I'm looking for, I just want to look at everything. The stock is thick with dust. Merle coughs, sending up a cloud. I only apprenticed here for 2 weeks. It was, well, I counted a lot of things. But you must have met so many traders. A veritable ocean of knowledge. Merle spreads his arms as wide as the metaphorical ocean of knowledge. The past. Edith brightens a little. There was a trader who taught me Mintan once, so I guess it was fine. Fine. Dear me, I hope they also helped you expand your vocabulary. Edith gives Merle a very old look. How many languages do you know? 2. He beams with pride. Mm-hmm. Edith knows a lot more than that. Judgy. A Guga. Oh my, wait, is this how you spell Guga? I've said Guga out loud before. For anyone who might not know, a Guga, it just means like a thing. It means like a doohickey, a what's it, a thingamajig. I've never seen Guga written before. Oh, that's from Minta, or Yuluka. Or was it the Grace? Anyway, lovely, eh? Ah, sail fabric. That'll do perfectly. A new sling for Ade. Edith spots a large roll of sail fabric leaning against the wall. It's thick and dusty, but it'll do. Don, Mope needs a new sling for Ade. Could we have a bit of that? Of course, of course. It's for a bairn, after all. Bit chorus, mind? Ade. Excuse me. Ade is at a key stage of development. Sensory input is very important at that age. Haven't you anything finer? Don raises an eyebrow. By all means, have a look. Perhaps there's a bolt of Yulukan silk sitting around somewhere? An old tapestry from Alcazar? A sheet of softest Mintan Veracloth? If you can find it, it's yours. Merle clears his throat. I take your point. Perhaps Ade will find their new sling stimulating. Thank you. Don cuts a generous sheet of cloth and pointedly hands it to Edith. You know, Merle's a baby guy. Just want to take care of that baby. Oh, look at my stickies. Yeah. It's probably, you know, I think most people would look at all the stickies like towards the end of a play session. Maybe that's like how I would think of it. But I just want to look at them sometimes. Go, not the guard. Yeah. And then I don't think any of these have been resolved, yeah. Or they haven't changed, I should say. Oh, it's one of those bird roosting things. I don't really know what these buildings are called. I guess they're just called roosts. But I love how they look. A wobbly puckle. Oh, ooh, oh wait, you can't see the puckle. Hang on. Y'all gotta see this creature real quick. Let me just move myself so you can see it. Just for a second. Look at that thing. I'll figure out a different place to put a webcam, because at the, you know, it's just one of those games. This happens a lot, especially with games with a lot of text or like VN style games. There's just no good place to put a webcam. So, you know, maybe I should put in the top left, but there's also stuff up there sometimes. We'll decide later. The puckles flap back and forth outside their hut. One stares up at Merle and hisses loudly, flapping its wings in his direction. Oh no. Merle covers his nose. It belches loudly. Surely they shouldn't do that. A smell. That smelled like sunroot. Are these puckles quite all right? Probably. Merle stares at the puckle, which stares right back. Its neck wobbles. Its eyes cross. I'm sure they're fine. The puckles here are plump and fluffy, truly fine specimens. Utra Max swears by their special diet. Is this Utra? Yep. Utra Max stands by his shack, sipping occasionally from a blue bottle. He smiles at Edith. Hello, Peep. Oh, and who's this little puckle? He looks at Merle. Puckles. Merle straightens his sweater, bristling at the epithet. Your birds seem somewhat distressed. Perhaps you should attend to them. Nonsense. They couldn't be happier. We're the same, me and the puckles. So I see. Maj understood. We had some laughs when we were hatchlings, but that was before Aaron. He stares morosely at his bottle. Aaron? What exactly was the trouble between them? Maja was somewhat reluctant to explain. Utramak looks out sadly to the horizon. Ah, a sad tale. The puckles ruffle their wings in the long silence. Would you care to tell it? Not today. But when you see Maja, tell her that some of us were glad to see her return. Merle frowns. Edith looks away. We will, I promise. Merle sneezes and dabs his eyes. We'd best move on. He waves his hands in the directions of the puckles. If you do hear anything about Maja, please let us know. He nods solemnly. You're a good egg, I reckon. Look after our Edith. That one'll hatch out special. Aw. Oh, you see the little blush? Utra seems nice. Sturdy ropes. Watch your step. Merle stalls as they reach the cliff edge. Heights? The problem is rather the, He swallows. The depths. Children. Are they quite safe? Of course. We all get tossed over the edge as soon as we can walk. That's how you find out if you're made to be a harvester or not. Horror. Merle's eyes boggle. I find I have my background. A strong imagination, you see. The worn ropes, the stiff breeze. I can see at least a dozen ways it could fail terribly. Edith shrugs. We never lost anyone. Merle sniffs. Come on. He just worried, climbing children. Rhythmical rappelling. As they approach the cliff edge, the children's singing becomes less wind-whipped. Little boat, oh, sail to see-sow. The waves beat high, the waves beat high. The beat of the music gives them a rhythm for their rappelling. As with a skipping song, they bounce easily, letting out the rope as they descend. Appealing. How charming! He lingers a while to listen. The holy grace man, strong wave-faced man, looks to the sky, looks to the sky. Ropes. Also an ad's coming up. Just be reading before we get to the big important stuff. Wagner! Wagner! I just found the biggest snake ever! Oh. No, it's just some rope. To many visitors' astonishment, the gooey and pungent gull egg is a highly appreciated delicacy on the Roust. Wagner. Must be the teacher? A cautious promise. They approach Wegna and wait for her to finish shouting instructions down at the suspended children. Hello there! Just getting them used to the wind and the ropes. And the attention of the roosting Yars. She smiles at Edith, who's an old pupil. Maja. Merle clears his throat. You have, we believe, spent a large part of your day here, or hereabouts. Edith jumps in to shortcut the preamble. It's Maja. She's gone. And from this vantage point, you must surely be able to see any passing traffic. Aye? Wagner looks out to sea, as if tasting the wind. So... Nay. Not a sign of her, Popple. She looks away. Wish I could help more. I always thought Maja needed... I don't know. She shakes her head. Friends? We're her crew now. Iris grins. I'm in a crew. Wegna studies Edith. I keep saying Iris like randomly. I don't know how I got Edith stuck in my head in the first place, but now it's mostly stuck, but it feels... I don't know. Aye, that's it. The wind whips between the little group, quiet above the cliff. I know what'll cheer you. I've got a fresh clutch right here, and you'll be needing food for your journey. Or what? I know you, kid. And I know Maja. She's gone. You'll follow. And you'll need some supplies. It's not settled yet that we... None of that. I can smell it on the wind. I'll be sad to see you off, kid. But you're due an adventure. It'll be the making of you, I'd wager. Take the eggs? Edith looks at the small handful, and then at the children on the cliffs. Don't know when I'll get to taste Nyar eggs again. Oh, that's true. High path. The high altitude here is no challenge for the hardy Nyarfi folk. Lower path. A sudden squall whips around the cliff, whistling through every crevice, window, and doorway. Higher path. The air appears thin, as if the oxygen prefers to loll about in the lowlands. Nyarfi lungs are strong. Neshko's house. Oh, someone doesn't like Neshko, right? Oh, bird's eye view. Mystery man. They peer through the window at the tall man sitting inside. He's brushing the feathers of a perched gull. Curiosity. Do we know what brought him to these shores? Edith shrugs. Helps Wagner sometimes. Handy with the rope and tackle, she says. Merle considers the rundown hut. Lonely, windy, and stinky, but it has quite the view. Future. Is he planning to stay? No one really knows. Edith looks up at the sky where birds are wheeling around the hut. But the Nyars like him, so he can't be all bad. For once, Merle keeps his counsel. Let's go talk to Neshko. Oh, was it the barfly who didn't like Neshko? A bird's screech greets visitors. Even for Nyarfi, the smell of Nyar is strong in here. Oh, look at the bird, indoor birds. Time to fly the coop. Merle sneezes, which triggers a spluttering cough. In response, Neshko's bird squawks loudly. Merle and the Nyar stare into each other's eyes. Edith laughs. Look at this bird's little smile. Edith tries to suppress a laugh and fails. Merle turns away, aggrieved. Impressive. Not many folk last that long in a staring contest with my Dora. Merle smooths his mustache. Your bird has a distinctly piercing gaze. Dora sees all. His face falls. Wish she didn't sometimes. Dora? And you've adopted this Dora as some sort of pet? Neshko's face brightens. No, she adopted me. He beams. It's an honor. Adora pecks at her perch and then looks at Neshko blankly. The highest honor. Neshko's radio. Welcome to this year's coverage of the Great Snold Race. Who will win this time? Will it be Klippa or Rosha Jr.? Neshko. A vision. Neshko is engrossed in reading a book. It appears to be a romance of some kind. Inquiries. We're trying to find out. Shh! Pardon? I was about to read aloud to Dora. May Reed is just about to declare her love for Inez, little knowing that Inez has just been forced to leave the island for 7 years for the crime of hoarding, even though she is innocent and framed by the dastardly Porl. Neshko nods gravely. Such a tragic scene. Edith stares at Merle in surprise. It's extremely compelling. Fact. I prefer a good radio schematic. Edith, art can be a window into greater understanding. I am glad the days are long past when every resource must have an immediate purpose. Edith shrugs. You're welcome to stay and listen if you like. I can do the voices. That's me. That's me selling my stream. I can do the voices, you guys. He glances at Edith. We'd best not. Well, at least we've met Neshko. But yeah, I think that guy said that he didn't like Neshko because he's an outsider. Ooh, look at this llama goat thing. This is cute. Oh, there's another one too. Alright, let's go ahead and pass the time. The shadows grow longer. Yeah, can do that. Time moves on. Never their ship. Edith spots Aaron and stomps over before Merle can stop them, shouting questions. You! Well, why is our ship chained up? And what have you done with Maja? Aaron folds his arms and looks smug. It was never your ship. Time we called a stop to Maja's nonsense in any case. You think everything you don't understand is nonsense. I beg your pardon. I know Inyar's sight more than you about Maja and her obsessions, thank you. She's dangerous, always has been. We never should have accepted her back. What did you do? Yes. So she's gone. Where to? I don't much care. We're safer without her. Nah, I think we can get him. You always hated her. What is there to hate? An unruly shipbuilder and her cast-off, a lazy young malcontent, an absurd historian, and an appalling cook? What you have been doing needs to stop. I will protect this island. You've taken Maja. But we'll find her. We'll take our ship and we'll find her. But Aaron is all ice. You will not. And you cannot wrest the key from me either. Merle looks astonished at the suggestion. I've entrusted its protection to another person entirely. Aaron stands in one windswept movement. Merle and Edith stare at a loss. Now leave. The shadows grow longer. Look at this bastard. Should have left her in exile. Nyarfi was always better off without her. And that rusted ship. Get the heck out of here. Let's go to that bar. Oh. Merle's shoulders slump. This is somewhat dispiriting. It appears our investigation has been prematurely curtailed. Edith stares at Merle. No. Aaron can't stop us. No one can. Not when Maja needs us. Edith's eyes are bright. Merle feels his confidence stirring. Quite right. There must be other leads we can discover. And we need our bow back. Indeed. But how? Perhaps one of Aaron's colleagues could persuade him? Edith gives a wicked grin. No, I've got a better idea. We ask his mum. Where? Merle gives a firm nod. Very well. And do you know where we can find her? She's usually at the wing about now. Most of the time, I guess. Then we have set our course. The investigation continues. Oh. We were going to go to the wing anyways, but let me look around. Carved cobblestones. The bird-based culture of Nyarfi extends even to their cobblestones, which are carved to resemble Nyar feathers. Ooh, gull eggs. Merle glares at the bird-dominated menu chalked outside the bistro. Fried gizzards. Gizzards? Really? Fried Nyar gizzards make a fine fritter. Try saying that 5 times fast. Fish. Or some fish. You don't even need to trade for that. A nice fish tartare wrapped in barkeet. Eniko and Edith both laugh. If you eat the fish, how do you fatten the birds? Merle shakes his head. Hearty meal. Nothing can prevent the smell of cooked birds from sticking to one's clothes. Nothing. Anything else over here? Drink your water, dearies. That's it. Mostly water, anyhow. One particular puckle loses its footing and veers dangerously close to the cliff. The birds aren't known for their flying skills. What's up with Utra? Merle looks back at Utramak's puckles. A bird has followed him closely. You've made a friend there. Merle purses his lips. Yes. Your puckles. My hatched hearts, yes. Why are they like that? Is it their diet? Ucha throws back his head and lets out a deep, throaty laugh. That's called happiness, chump. It's called being sunshot. What'd this mean? Sunshot, the term commonly used for those who have imbibed a little too much distilled sunroot. Ucha takes a swig from his bottle, not caring how much actually makes it into his mouth. Oh, he gone, huh? Well, Neshko will be able to talk with Neshko anymore. We can look at the radio. Or listen. Neshko is listening intently to the radio. His large, muscular figure looks cramped in the small hut. Admiring his Dora. Ooh. Vegan nacho cheese from Taco Bell. Interesting. Vegan cheese has long been but maybe that like plasticky like nacho kind of cheese. It looks like plastic, I should say. That could be good. I can see that. A cold, salty wind blows in from the sea. All winds that blow here are salty. And cold for that matter. I want to dip into the crew hut real quick to give hey, what? Ho there! Celeste leans to one side, enjoying a steaming cup of Nyarklaw soup. Merle wrinkles his nose, but smiles when Celeste catches his eye. Good Nyarf, Merle and Iris. Merle thrills a little at Celeste's attention. You seem most at peace. Dream sailing brings me great contentment. A method for navigating echoes of past, present, and future in the dreaming realm. My job. Edith looks from Celeste to Merle. Right. Listen, Celeste, have you seen Maja? We think something's happened to her. Maja? Oh, dear. Celeste stares up at the sky and runs a finger over her top lip. Merle reddens. I don't sense her. That's a little concerning. Sense? What do you mean, sense? Celeste furrows her brow. Maja is a dream sailor, like me. Our connection is very strong. I feel her when she is near. And now? Celeste nods solemnly. Gone. I hope you find her. Anyways, I wanted to give Mope the swing. The sling, rather, not the swing. Ade burples gently in their sleep. Everyone tiptoes and whispers, grateful for the quiet. We got this sling. A lot to carry. The hut is mercifully quiet. Mope is trapped under Ade's gentle snores. Did you get this sling? Dawn requested we impart that it is his finest cloth. Mope reaches for it like it's a life belt. Family. It must be burdensome to manage the child yourself. Mope begins to gently wrap Ade into the sling. It is what it is. Maja couldn't understand it. Mope doesn't embellish. Merle looks at Mope a little sadly, but she doesn't want his pity. Don't you have some nosing in other people's business to do? The conversation is over. Yes. Issue, Mope snapped at Merle. Ayya. But you know, if we had talked about Maja, I don't know if that would have prevented any snapping. The guard rubs her hands to stay warm, but doesn't acknowledge anything beyond the wind. To Kelpie. Merle and Edith gaze mournfully at their impounded ship. De Kelpie was a wreck when we started. It is a privilege to work on such a restoration. Merle. I remember when I met Maja for the first time, she was traveling with Mope and Stu. And Nade, of course. Delightful. Oh, so they have not known each other for a long time. Unless Merle means it in a metaphorical way. That Mope was pregnant still. Although even then, that's not the longest of times. Because it has to be... It seemed like from the flashbacks, Mope and Maja met when Mope was like pretty pregnant. So I mean, Merle can't have known them, even if he is speaking metaphorically, longer than like 9 months. Stu had recommended me, it seems. I was skeptical at first, but could soon tell it was a project worth pursuing. Edith nods, grinning. It was so cool when Maja came back with you all those wild stories. And De Kelpie. Their grin fades. Kidnapped desertion. Kidnapped. Someone took her. Merle is silent. I know you don't believe me, but she needs our help. I know it. Merle thinks carefully about his next words. I agree that it's of paramount importance that we find her. De Kelpie, after all, is not finished. Don't you care about her? Merle looks away. Yes, Edith, I do. Oy. The marsh could be a nice place, really, if it weren't for the unique aroma. Guano. The way through the marsh is treacherous with sucking pools and mounds of guano. Alright. I've looked around at what I wanted to look at. Let's go to the bear. Excuse me. Ooh, playing cards. A sharp laugh. Aha! Spoils! An intriguing interplay of chance, bluff, and skill. Didn't think you'd like that kind of thing. Why not? I do believe I should like to try. A taunt. Against these mere bird-brained islanders? With a little analysis, I'm sure I can best them. But we need an even four. What do you say, Edith? Will you play? Sure, let's learn how to play this game. Edith sighs. Oh, go on then. Excellent. Yeah, let me see what's going on. What spoils? Tutorials, trick-taking explainer, and the rules of spoils. Oh god. Spoils is played in teams of 2. You and Stu are on a team together. To win, your team should have the most points at the end of the game. Your team score will be counted here. One game of spoils consists of 3 rounds. You will score points from the cards you collect. This is the cheat sheet. Aces are the lowest ranked cards, and the highest are Ks, kings. Okay. This is the point value of each card. Rank is important, but as you can see here, not connected to card value. In spoils, each round is made up of 11 tricks in which each player plays 1 card moving clockwise around the table. Okay. Merle starts the first trick. By playing 10 of shells, Merle nominated shells as the lead suit. Oh, it's this game. This means all players have to play shells, if they have them. If they don't, only then can they play another suit. What the hell is this game called in real life? This is a game I used to play in high school because we weren't allowed to have technology and we weren't allowed to have dice because they were like, it's gambling, so we used playing cards instead. Stu played K of Shells. This card will win because it's the highest ranking card in the lead suit. I mean, in game it's called Spoils, but I think it also has another name. IRL. Currently, Stu is winning and there are 2 points to be won. Edis played 10 of Fish, adding 2 more points to play. Edis couldn't follow the lead suit, so had to play a different one. They can't win the trick with this card. Now it's your turn. Play a card which will add points to the trick. Okay. This will add points. But let me put that 3 in there. There's a better card to play. Play a card which will add points to the trick. They'll all add points though. Want me to add the most? With Stu's K of Shells, your team wins the trick. Oh god, it went away by itself. The winner of the last trick leads the next. This means Stu will start. Okay. At the beginning of each round, a sweeper suit is randomly selected. The sweeper suit will be indicated by an icon displayed at the center of the table. When playing with sweepers, each trick will be won by the highest ranking sweeper suit card instead of the highest ranking lead suit card. Now it's your turn. Play a card that will win the trick. So we have anchors. But didn't it say highest ranking, not highest points? But no one's played one yet. Fuck, we'll let you play a king. Great job. By playing the highest ranking card in your sweeper suit, your team wins the trick and all the points. The winner of the trick leads the next one. Now you know the basics. See if you can win this round. Good luck. Okay. Do this. Aha! Victory. That was Stu carrying though. I mean, it is a duo game, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, it's the highest ranking, so we can just look. We're already so far ahead. Let's just start getting them kings out of here. Fuck it. I still got 2 queens. Let's do this then. An ace. A 6. Get the heck out of here. Not sure what to do here. Go for it, Stu. I'll do my best. Oh, I can't use the sweeper suit? We don't want to give him too many points, so I don't want to use my ace. Because we can't win. So I'll just, we give over some points. We'll just have to take a fine L. I'll wager Merle doesn't have a king. Oops, guess I shouldn't have done that. Now we're gaming. The thing is, I don't think Stu will have any more spade thingies left, so I will just add this. Damn. That's okay. Oh, how do I tell what round we're on? I don't know. Wait, I have a question. If I can play a sweeper suit now, I would be the highest ranked of the sweeper suit, but I'm not above a king or jack. I'm just gonna throw this in and see what happens. Okay, yeah. Now I only have stinky cards left though. But you know what? Maybe so does everybody else. Stu, carry me, baby. Damn. I gave over so many points. Now this is all I have. This is all I got. This is all I got. We still win though. So that was round 1. So we don't do 11 of those though. Okay. Why is this one the rules of spoils? In spoils, there's a peculiar rule for deciding who wins points. The card that wins the trick goes to the losing team. The winning team gets the remaining cards. Okay. I see. Currently, Merlin Edis will win the trick with the 10 of anchors. Your team will get 2 points for the winning card. Merlin Edis will get the rest, giving them 4 points. Now it's your turn. Play a card that will win the trick but not give any points to Merlin Edis. I see, that's why the king and queen, you can't see it because they're behind my head, but the king and queen don't give any points, and like 7, 6, 5 don't either. In spoils, the aim is to win tricks without giving points away. Now it's your turn to start. Try to win the rest of the round. Good luck. Oh, that's so confusion. Let me save a lot of my shells since that's the special card. I don't know what it's called. I forgot already, I should say. I do know somewhere in my brain. I'm gonna add some points. No! So this is more complicated. I don't know. I can only use my telepathy to try to see what Stu has. You got a king? No. I'm glad I added 0 points to them. Going straight for the queen. Ah, 12 points. Thanks, Stu. Alright. Thing is, I think they've already used a lot of their anchor cards. I'm gonna go for my 10. Here you go, kitten. Oh yeah, Ambrose, you might have missed it from the beginning, but Stu calls like everybody kitten. Damn. I must consider all of the possible outcomes. I was gonna say, I don't really have any cards. Let me go away 0 fucking points. At least that round only gets them 2 points. Alright, they're 9 points away. We can take it, Stu. We can do it. Get the fuck out of here. Give me my 7 points. Alright. What's up, Master Tex? Are you playing fucking Ukrit? That's what it's called. Yes, it's called Spoils in this game. I think it has a lot of different names in real life too, but yes. So I don't know what all they got in terms of anchors. I think Stu doesn't have like any spades left, so I'm going for the anchors. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies? Fuck! Oh, they fucking destroyed us. No. You just had that ace up the sleeve. And by an ace, I mean a king. What does this do? Oh, manual pacing. That's interesting. I mean, we can't keep up. Or catch up, I should say. Oh, and Merle had the same card. I wonder what happens if you play the same card. If there's like a tiebreaker. Mine. All mine. Yeah, I don't think we'll quite catch up. Oh no, we tied. Whoa, same Z's. Okay, now I kind of know how to play. Will I forget it all at some point? Of course I will. But I want to play a card game with the locals, with the people. Oh wait, why isn't there a thing decided yet? I'll keep that. No. I don't want to keep this in my back pocket. Why would you put an ace down? Why did you do that? Is that the only one that they had? It must have been. Because that was the worst option. All I can do is play a 2. What the fuck is Edis doing? Do they just have 0 cards of like any suit? There we go. Thanks, I guess. Not thanks, I guess. I'm trying to get some points here, Edis. Am I willing to wager a jack? We are pretty behind. Everyone's still got a lot of cards though. I'm just taking it. I'm stealing it. Ah, but maybe that person doesn't have any spades left. We'll gamble. No spades left. Damn. It was a good save. They're right. Is the symbol in the middle supposed to be the cross one or what? Like I can't, it doesn't seem like it's anything. Ah, a jack all their own. Avoid the spades, I think. Left with a measly 3. What cards does Edis have? Edis must have just anchors then. But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily high. We just got a YOLO when I just got the aces left. Okay. Edis, I'm communicating to you telepathically right now. Oh fuck. I don't know. I don't think that's good. Oh no, we got him. It's not enough to catch up. Not quite, but you know. A respectable finish. Oh god, how many times does it go? Oh, I can leave it anytime. I'll do one more. Just one more. Ah, see, now it's anchors. A queen's pretty hard to beat. I'm just gonna throw 3 in there. But we'll see. Beaks and feathers. Alright, besties, we got lucky. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's the rules. That's helpful. All I can do is add this. At least we didn't give them any extra points. Nothing beating a king. 0. Oh god. It'll happen. The queen is tough to beat too. Well, I just have to put a 3 in, I think. I don't... Yeah, no. Now let me switch to manual advance. Because they take too long and it's annoying. I'm going to put in the 0. I'm keeping my king for the end, when they hopefully have like nothing but aces and shit left behind. Alright, do I want to be risque? I'll just put in a 4. Okay. Alright. Edis, don't let me down. It could have been worse. I'll be a little bold. Little Doritos Locos Tacos bold. Nope. Okay. It gave them a lot of points, but we got some. That was a little too risque, I think. Right. Coming out with the king. Ooh, I'm smart. Give me those. We're ahead, but we could still fuck it completely. It's just which one to go with. I'll use the 7. All right. All this left. Deb. Just barely. Alright. That was fun though. Feather totem. After exercising your fine singing voices on a few shanties, there's nothing better than a drink in the fresh air. Grumpy barfly. Outsiders everywhere, and none of them buying a round of drinks. Alright, let's talk to Lissa. Memories of Maja. A tall, gray-haired woman stands apart from the others. She sighs deeply. Lissa, are you okay? Oh, Popple, it's you. No, nothing's wrong. Just... I heard about Maja. That's what we came to ask you about. Thank you, the both of you, for helping our Maja. Oh, dear. Yes. Lissa, what is it? I want to help. Oh, Popple, such a good heart. Maja vanishing, just like when she was young. He just bites their lip. What happened back then? I only know a bit. It's hard to speak about. It tore all our hearts in two, tore our friends apart, too. Maja and Aaron so close as children, but then de Kelpie lost all hands in an accident. And my Jimmy, Aaron's father, gone with them. Maja was Jimmy's apprentice, see? Got it into their heads to mess around with some flood-forsaken technology. When the ship drifted back that morning, all empty, except for her, soot-blackened, well, she left after that.
Jinkies, that's impressive.
Tito, thank you so much for the gift sub to Ambrose. I'm sure he will use that well. Ambrose, enjoy your sub. Enjoy your probably maxed out sub badge. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy your hopefully no ads. Hey Tito, how you doing? Good morning. Confusion. Merle's brow furrows. A terrible tale. My sincere condolences. But forgive me, I don't understand. What does this have to do with our current predicament? Lissa breathes deeply. Aaron blamed Maja. Blamed Maja for her experiments, her influence. I knew Jimmy. He was just as caught up in it. If anything, he inspired her. But Aaron blamed Maja for Jimmy's death, and that's that. To Aaron, Maja's a murderer. I'm sure the tech didn't do it. I heard it was a storm anyway. There was a storm. That's what did it. Aaron needed someone to blame. Grief can be like that. Aid. Merle clears his throat. I see. It's terribly sad, of course. Nevertheless, our concern now is finding Maja. And we find ourselves somewhat without transportation. Aaron locked up the ship. Lissa nods gravely. So we currently have no means of prolonging our pursuit. Lissa looks around, checking that no one is listening. I think I can help, both you and Maja. But if I'm going to help, I need to know you can do this. First, you need to know where you're going, where she's gone. Indeed, and you'll never get away while Aaron's keeping close watch. But how? Lys's sad face looks from Merle to Edis. Come back to me with a lead and a distraction. But a lead and a distraction. We'll talk then. She sniffs sadly. Ooh. Hi, Lowe's. Hi, chat. Hi, fishes. Oy. Let me do a quick stretch. What did I miss? Yes, Saltsea Chronicles is Daigut fabric. The makers of Mutazion. I'm still not 100% sure how to say that, but I choose Mutazion. Oh, thank you for the posture check. I needed a stretch, but thankfully sometimes I'm leaned a little too far forward, but I'm usually pretty good about it. I do have to say, though, sorry to the folks just coming in, but I do think I should leave it here. Although we're only partway through a mystery, and I got stuff to find out. It is almost 10 p.m., and I do have some stuff to do today and tomorrow, tragically. But let me get my stickies. Ooh, I only have one more. I love the way Doris draw. The way they draw some of these people and some of these birds. You'll have to catch it on the VOD. Catch it on the flip side.